Hey, welcome back to the Tough Block Podcast. Appreciate y'all for supporting, for coming back and strolling, pulling up on the block. Today we have a very, very special guest, my brother. We've been talking about collaborating for a very long time.
Facts.
But the infamous, the notorious Brandon from Vegas, aka Brandon Johnson, brother. I appreciate you for coming on the pod finally, man.
Always. I've been trying to get on this motherfucker
for years.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, we've been lacking on some of our shit, so we get back on top though. But brother, I appreciate you for coming on again.
Always, man. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So if you do know Brandon from social media, my man has over 70,000 followers.
Oh man, the numbers are crazy nowadays, man. It's like, man, this gonna sound so sad. I only checked it. I only know this shit because I checked it today for my videographer team.
Yes, sir.
But it's 145 on Instagram and then like 280 on TikTok.
Oh my gosh, I was undercutting you, but I apologize, man. That was 4 times the amount. God damn.
Shame.
Yeah, so if you do know anything about Vegas and you look up Vegas on any social media, man, you'll see my man's face. From highlighting some of the best eats down to the little man that just needs their voice heard. Brother, what drives you to get in this business of social media and try to pursue this route? It's a very special route.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't do it. It's a headache to keep up, but you do a brilliant job at it.
Because I've been saving for this podcast, I'm gonna tell you something. The only person who knows this is my brother,
right.
Which you know, my brother, right?
Yes, sir.
So he can verify this is true. I hate social media.
For sure.
I hate social media. My best friend had to literally on his birthday say, my birthday present is for you to get Instagram, because I just wouldn't get it. I only downloaded it because he asked me to. He was my only friend for literally like 2-3 years. And then when I worked at Jenny's Dispensary.
Okay, what?
I worked at Jenny's Dispensary.
Shout out
Yeah, right? I started posting on there just because that was a way to bring in customers and like stay in tune with people, right?
For sure.
And then when I went to the Southern Jenny's over in Anthem, they let me do a little bit of social media.
Sweet.
And one day we had some, you know how when you run the dispensary, they always have vendors coming in promoting their stuff.
Of course.
We had like 3 vendors in one day. And I said, I got an idea. I said, y'all, give me one of your products that you're selling. Everybody give me a product, and I'm going to do a rap video. I'm going to do a rap song.
Hey, I got to ask you about this, too.
For every one of your things. So I went on there, I did a rap song. It was like a remix to one of them Cardi B tracks, right? And I just did I put all the vendors' names in there. I was like, Chocolate Boss, 2 for 1, right? Like, all that shit. And the video went crazy.
Right.
We got so many customers the next day. They had companies reaching out to them like, hey, how do we get on your social media? How do we get all this promotion? Like this is this was back when getting 50,000 views on a video. Right. Cannabis companies were getting 15.
Yeah.
And I did a video that got 50,000 on Instagram for a cannabis dispensary.
Yeah, and that's tough.
Without getting pulled down.
That's the big thing.
Yeah. And we
shadow
put it on,
ban is a bitch.
Yeah, they shadow ban you real quick.
Yeah.
And that was the moment that I was like, oh shit, I could use the social media thing for business.
Right.
And then from there, it just kept escalating from real estate to food to Vegas, and now we're here.
So you started in the cannabis industry before real estate, or were you doing both at the same time?
I can say it now because I'm not working there no more. But my last 2 months at the cannabis industry, whenever I wasn't serving customers, I was in the back taking my real estate class online.
Oh, damn.
So I was preparing for the next job while at that job. And then it worked because my first 4 customers, my first 4 clients all came from the dispensary.
Oh, snap.
They were like, hey, Brandon, you're in the dispensary serving them, going through their order. You know their usual order by now.
Of course.
And they're like, hey, Brandon, what are your plans? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm actually taking my real estate license right now in the back.
Right.
Don't tell nobody. And they were like, oh, the second you get your license, I'm buying my house through you. So I started building my client base while I was working.
Smart.
Because if people trust, here's a fact, bro. If people trust you to buy weed from you, they will buy a house from you.
Yeah, hey, that makes sense.
They already trust you with their cannabis, bro.
I might have to do this.
For real. I'm telling you, if you get people's trust with cannabis, they'll trust you in almost any business.
Fair enough.
Because you provided them something that makes them happy.
Right, of course.
You know what I mean? So you come attached to that. Anybody who's listening to this, who's in the industry, man, if you can sell weed to customers very well, you can sell ice to an Eskimo. You can sell anything to anybody.
That's facts. Facts. I mean, honestly, it is a lot on education, and that's one thing that Nevada does a great job of. I'm telling you what's in your product. You go to some of these other states, you have no idea. You just gotta go off of percentages. And them real weed heads, they know, man. It's all about the terps.
Yeah, you can make anything say 32%.
Right.
We've all smoked some shit that's 30% in trash.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
what is this?
Trash.
Facts.
You know?
Limonene King. Do you have a favorite terpene?
Limonene. Well, it's linalool with
Okay.
limonene. You got to have both.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's called. It's like a luck potion, man. It's the craziest thing. When you smoke that shit, you feel like lucky, like you can accomplish shit.
For sure.
It's hard to explain, but it's
For sure.
facts. If you get enough limonene and linalool, bro, you literally feel that feeling of like I'm gonna be lucky today.
Right, right.
It's wild.
Honestly, man, those two terpenes kind of help project some of these ideas that I ended up landing us with the podcast, man. some of our craziest ideas came
Like
from.
what? Like what? Like when did the idea to have a podcast hit you with your fam?
Honestly, it was him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother got me into podcasting. It started with Joe Rogan and
Yeah,
Fighting the
like
Kid.
everybody, I feel like.
Yeah.
You started with Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
That's a good ass podcast, ain't it?
It's a deep ass podcast to be
Awesome.
jumping in
Isn't it?
first. Yeah, for
Isn't it?
sure.
But isn't it crazy that he got people just to have like conversations, like same
Yeah.
conversations you be having at your house, crib, smoking. He gets celebrities to have them conversations with
Yeah.
him.
Right,
That's
right.
that's the crazy part.
Right. But he also has a wide variety of people where, like, for me, I get high all the time. So I've always wondered what it is to ask certain questions to, like, Neil deGrasse Tyson and some of
Yeah.
these other, like, Elon Musk was on
Yeah.
that motherfucker going crazy.
Smoking a bitch,
Yeah,
smoking, yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
smoking, bro. So, like, that's one thing that drew me to him as an audience member is just because he was wide variety.
Yeah.
Like, that's why some of us like MJ, because MJ was musically talented that way.
Yeah.
Not about his little accomplishment away from the music scene, but his music scene, you know what I mean?
Hey,
You believe that shit?
I don't know, man. Social
It's
media,
hard to know
bro.
what to believe, right?
yeah.
Like,
It'd
like
be
that.
tough.
I'm gonna be real with you, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to go too much of a tangent.
Right.
But looking back, now that we know how like they frame celebrities and shit, right? Because you've been looking over the past, like you see how when they don't like somebody, they just like they use the media to tear that person down.
For sure.
right?
For sure.
And if you go back in history, Michael Jackson was the first big celebrity talking about like, hey, we gotta do something about like black people in America and how we
Right.
view Africa. Remember, he started doing all them songs about Africa.
Of course.
And right after he started doing that, all that shit came around.
True.
Right?
Yeah,
like it
fair
wasn't
enough.
until
Yeah.
Michael Jackson started being like, hey, maybe something's not right here.
Right.
Then they,
Start shining some
yeah,
light.
yeah.
But it's always like iffy for me because it's like I feel like people with that kind of power, it's always doing something slimy.
You know what? I appreciate that mentality, honestly,
Yeah.
because like you realize that just as normal people, we have the
Yeah.
power to do slimy shit, and we just normal folks, right?
Facts. Facts.
We have normal folks, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if you were you with like $1 billion.
Yeah.
1,000. Yeah.
Especially back
1,000%.
then when everything was hush hush.
100%.
Yeah,
When there was no
yeah.
social media and shit, right?
Yeah.
So like back then, you could the only way, and that's why it makes me something like something's going on, right? Because if you look back, all those people were engaging in that.
Right.
Who gets snitched on and who doesn't is always kind of funny to
For
me,
sure.
right?
You're
For
right.
sure.
Like looking back, like they knew R. Kelly was doing that shit, but they didn't snitch on him until 2004,
Yeah.
2005, right?
Yeah, they were making it as entertainment, man.
100%.
Yeah, they were doing it on comedy skits. Shout out Dave
100%.
Chappelle. They're doing it on everything.
How about this? If you ever look at R. Kelly's old album with Bump and Grind,
Right.
you know who's on the cover of that bitch? Aaliyah. In Aaliyah's album cover, R. Kelly in the background. Right? So like even back then they knew he was into the little girl. They didn't say shit for 10 years later,
Yeah,
right? Like that's what
yeah.
always it makes me think, right?
Yeah, for
Makes me
sure.
think. We were talking about Joe Rogan and like I like how he makes people think.
Of course.
Where he's like, I'm not telling you what to do, but like just think about it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. There's a possibility at any angle.
Sure.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Absolutely.
But since we are on music bars, if you do pay attention to Brandon's social media, I saw that you were saying a few weeks ago that you had some bars, my guys. So
Oh,
who
man.
started the music scene first? You or your brother?
Me, in fact.
Hey,
So,
okay.
I get out of college, right? And I'm just like, what am I doing? Da 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 da. And I've always been good at spoken word. I used to do spoken word. Man, you about to get this is what's funny. You about to get more information on
Let's
these.
go.
I would never give this information to no other podcast. It's just because it's you, DJ.
Oh man, I appreciate
I would never
you.
tell nobody any of this. Okay, so this is behind the scenes. I used to do spoken word around Vegas. I was known for it, right? Do open mic nights, do poetry slams, all that stuff, right? And one day I was just like, man, this rap shit is easy and people are getting paid a bunch of money. I wonder if I could just take my spoken words and turn them into rap. And so one of my boys happened to be, built a studio at his crib, so we just started making rap songs.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, this shit is mad easy. This is not challenging at all. And I just so happened that one of my best friends in the world, a guy named Jake Wagner, he used to do the music for the Knights. Well, he was originally the music booker for Life is Beautiful. He was booking bands.
Okay.
And so the first day of Life is Beautiful, they used to have a pre-festival. They don't do this no more.
Yeah.
They used to have a pre-festival where they would take all the local Vegas acts and give them a stage for
enough.
Life is Beautiful.
Yeah, now they
So-
just do it at Ghost Bike.
Exactly. Exactly. So he was like, hey, bro, I've been seeing you in the studio. Do you want to rap at Life is Beautiful? I said, bro, I have 8 songs. He goes,
Right.
do you want to rap at Life is Beautiful? And I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
Right.
Damn.
So they give us like a 4 or 5 song set. It's supposed to be 3 songs. Some rappers go before me. They get up there and do their whoop. And remember, these are songs that I just wrote the night before. I'm like, bro, I haven't even
That's
finished them. And he's
crazy.
like, you got to perform tomorrow. So I finished them that night, mixed them that night, the whole shit.
Damn.
It's the truth. You can ask Chris because Chris was there.
That's crazy.
So every rapper's supposed to get 3 songs, right? The guys that go before me, they do the usual come out there, yo, do the typical rap shit, right? And I go up there and spit my verses, right? And the crowd is kind of like, what the fuck is this, right? And I do my second song. And when you're on the stage, you don't really know if people are feeling you.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they don't know you. They don't know how to
Yeah.
sing along. So you
Yeah.
know, I do the third song and I do like a banger. And by the end of it, I finish and I'm like, okay, whatever. And people started cheering. They started clapping. And the venue was like, hey, you want to do another song? I was like, y'all said 3 songs. They said, no, you can do another one. So they let me do a 4th song and then a 5th song.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, and they were like, dude, the crowd is like, when you're up there, you're blacking out, you're nervous, you're scared. And people are like, yo, I'm getting off stage and people are like, yo, what the fuck? Like going crazy.
Hell yeah.
And then I just stopped rapping.
Damn.
I did.
What year was this?
2013. Let me check. I'm going to tell you a secret. Only you know this. I'm telling you, I'm only going to tell shit on this podcast. My music is actually still online. You can find my
What?
first album. I'm going to tell you right now.
On Apple Music?
You asked me when it was, and that's the only way I know what it was, is because I actually saved it. This was 29 years ago.
29 years ago?
No, 9 years ago.
Oh, I'm about
29
to say,
years ago.
geez, I was like,
I was rapping when I was 6.
That's hilarious.
9 years ago.
Damn.
9
that's
years
what's up.
ago. Yeah.
So you're looking at 2014.
Yeah. The problem was I got
No, it
off
wasn't there
stage
yet.
and everyone wanted I started talking to music people who were there. And everyone was like, "Oh, you sound really good, but you got to look this way."
Yeah, of course.
Hey,
of
can
course.
you what about this? Is this all they said? I remember I had a rock band t-shirt on and they were like, "Hey, do you always dress this way?" I was like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "You dress real like do you dress differently?" And I'm like, "What do you mean dress differently?" Like, like more, I'm like, you mean, do I dress like a fucking rapper?
Right.
Is that what you're trying to say? Like,
Right. Do you dress
I-
like a hood?
do I
motherfucker?
dress like the black person you want me to be, sir?
Right, yeah.
And that's when it killed my love. When
Fair
I
enough.
realized that, like, that's what they wanted.
Well,
right?
back then, I think like it wasn't as celebrated as much as it is now to be yourself even more. Like that's when people started voicing it more.
Yeah.
But
the Kanye effect.
yeah, facts. But anybody that knows you, my guy, you stay threaded up from head to toe, my boy. It's not like you have a bad style or nothing like that.
This
I mean,
was 9 years
there's
ago.
certain-
Like,
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
The boy was wearing Walmart t-shirts everywhere I went, bro. I just gave no fucks, man.
Fair enough. So with that being, did you help guide your brother through music, or
Not at
did he
all.
just have his own influence?
Nah, fuck him, man. He's just talented at everything.
Yeah, that's true, man.
You ever have a motherfucker in your life, or either one of y'all like that, when one of y'all is just like super gifted at shit? Because Chris is one of the motherfuckers who like
we trade on and off. I think.
Are you guys so you like you
Yeah.
50-50 good? See, he got all the good shit. I got nothing, bro. All I got is the ability to run my mouth.
You got a mouthpiece,
I
my
got a
boy.
mouth, yeah. So this mother, I'll keep going on tangents, man. You got my apologies.
you're
No,
good.
man,
We
that's
love
what
it.
this is for.
Well, no, because it's about Chris, you know. So this motherfucker, we played football growing up. And of
Right.
course he was good at football, right?
Of course.
1 year, 5th grade, I'll never forget it. He comes home, he goes, "Mom, I'm going to play baseball." I said, "Brother, you've never thrown a ball in your life." He goes, "I got this. Don't worry about it." Bro, he went to one practice and they named him the starting pitcher.
Damn.
My brother was the best pitcher in Little League, had never thrown a ball before.
That's hilarious.
He was striking motherfucker. We couldn't believe it. You know me and my family.
He's
we
a
get,
big
we
boy
get
to both
ignorant,
of y'all.
we get
Awesome.
ignorant at games, bro. So my family out there like, yeah, boy. And all these parents are looking at us like we wild. He's never thrown a ball before, and he's the
Fair
best
enough.
pitcher in the world. So he quits after 1 year because he's bored. So then he decides to play volleyball, and this motherfucker gets a starting spot on his high school team. He's just good at
Of course.
anything he puts his mind to. That motherfucker can be good at.
Right. Facts.
So I know he's heard my music and stuff, but that's all him, man.
Damn.
He's just naturally talented.
Right. I mean, honestly, man, both of y'all fools are, man. Like, honestly, I think it's true about most things. It's more about your work ethic. You could be talented in anything.
True.
Your work ethic.
Work ethic.
Work ethic. Pronunciation.
Now, brown cat.
But yeah, both of y'all have great work ethic. I mean, I've seen you
Sometimes.
guys man, I don't know what you talking about, man. You work, and I be seeing you online, and you be in like 6 different places in one day. I be exhausted just watching you.
That shit is tiring, bro.
For sure.
It takes a toll on my body, as you can see. I watched videos from 3 years ago when I was barely eating, and I was like, damn, this motherfucker looks clean.
Right.
now I'm eating too good.
There you go.
But no, honestly, when this is a little tip for you, man, because I actually do classes for realtors and shit on social media.
For sure.
And the one thing I tell them that they can't wrap their head around, I said, you want to grow your social media? I'll give you the fail-proof secret. This will work for anybody, anywhere. Post 4 to 5 times on every platform every day.
That's what I
7
hear.
days a week, 4 to 5 times every day. I guarantee you will grow.
Right.
I guarantee you will grow. There's no
Right.
ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's people don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They
Fair
don't wanna,
enough.
they want to post one video, go viral, make a bunch of bread. You know, they don't realize it's a grind.
It's a grind.
You know who Mr. Beast is?
Yeah. Yeah.
He said you have to post 100 straight YouTube videos, and each of them has to be better than the last, and you can't expect anyone to watch the first 100. If you want to break through on YouTube, 100 YouTube videos before you can expect anybody to watch one of them.
Wow.
Think about that.
It makes sense.
Think about
It
that.
makes sense, honestly.
He said he was making videos for 6 years before any of his videos blew up.
Jeez.
Imagine that.
Yeah,
6
but honestly,
years.
Damn, I can't wait 6 years.
That's you know what, and that's why his shit works. You
yeah,
know?
fair enough. Fair enough. He's a
Yeah.
dog at it. I mean, with that being said, you had to have a different type of beast mentality to do social media, like you're saying, but also in the real estate game. Which one's tougher to you?
Social media.
Oh, really?
Social media. Oh, bro. Selling real estate is. This is gonna sound ignorant. Selling real estate is easy.
Really?
Honestly, once you get the hang of I know Vegas.
Right.
I know Vegas. Where you
Right.
want to buy a house? What kind of house you like? What kind of lifestyle you want to live?
Right.
I get straight to the point. What's your lifestyle? You got kids? No. So you don't got any kids? No. Okay, great. You want to live here because it's cheaper with no kids. They got no school. You see,
Right.
that's just easy shit.
Fair enough.
That's just basic
Fair
questions,
enough.
right? And then you can get a team to do your paperwork, to fucking all. You can honestly get a team to do most of your shit, right?
Right.
With social media, there's no way to get a team to be you.
Right.
Right.
I gotta be in
Right.
every video.
Yeah.
I gotta meet every owner. I gotta answer
enough.
every message on Instagram. I gotta create events. I gotta be accountable. I got all that shit.
But honestly, man, you kind of spoke that into existence, man. I remember sitting over at the tasting room one day, and you were asking me questions about social media. And you're like, "Watch, I'm gonna figure this thing out." And then, like 2 weeks later, boom, blew up.
Yeah. In fact, you don't remember this, but a video with you in it it was one of my big TikTok videos.
Really?
I came by and interviewed you in the lounge.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I said, no, it went straight up. Someone was like, oh, you got to go to Plan 13. I said, Plan 13 is the trashiest dispensary. At the time, they were.
Yeah.
I said, they overpriced for tourists.
For sure.
Y'all got to come F with my family down here.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And that video went crazy. So many people liked that video that TikTok tried to pull it down because it had cannabis.
Yeah, right.
And it was so popular that they pulled it back up because that many people were trying to watch it.
Dang, I didn't know that, man.
Oh,
That's
it went
dope,
nuts, bro. It went nuts. It was literally the most popular cannabis video on TikTok at the time.
Damn, right. right.
Nobody else was getting like 700,000
almost
views.
impossible.
Oh, for cannabis? Yeah.
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 You gotta use code words.
You gotta use code words, and you gotta get hot girls or celebrities. That's the secret.
right.
Like 2 Chainz be on TikTok rolling blunts because he's famous.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah, I would imagine that they give some leeway to celebrities and people that bring
That's the
value.
world. That's the world we live in, though.
Yeah, true.
Once you get the blue check mark,
right,
you
it's over.
You golden because
Yeah.
celebrities don't have to live by the same rules as the rest of us. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Man, then I got some of my boys that played in the NFL like 2-3 years, and they just automatically give you a blue check mark, my boy. Do something with it, dog. Be productive, bro. Do something with it.
If you're a rapper with 3,000 followers, they give you a blue check mark because you're an official
That's crazy.
person.
That's crazy.
How dumb is that shit?
Right. Fair enough. Well, I know if you, like I've been saying, man, you put Vegas on your back. Like honestly, I kind of took a little sideways when I heard Daniel Leo. Shout out to him. He's great people. But when I heard he's CEO of Vegas, I'm like, man, my boy Brandon is the CEO. My boy, he knows everybody.
Daniel Lee is actually I've talked to him before. When I told him when I first saw you, I was like, "Who's this dude?" Like,
Right.
like I've been in Vegas a long time, right? What you talking about?
Right.
And then I met him, and he's a kid who's just like,
Great people.
bro, he's the great people,
Great
and
people.
he's serious about putting on Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, facts.
He's a white boy who's on the east side, showing off Hispanic places. That, bro, when I go out with Daniel Leo, bro, Hispanic people come up to that motherfucker like he is, bro, for real. They be coming up to him like, "Hey, my guy, you're the dude." Like, he's white as hell,
Right.
and
Invited
he
to the
reps the
quinceañera.
east side so hard, and I love that shit. That's when I
Facts.
liked him. Like,
1000%.
if you got the confidence to roll to the east side and
Right.
promote for those
You
folks,
already know, man.
I fuck with you.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, like, we have such a big crowd in Vegas.
True.
My crowd is completely different than anybody else's
True.
crowd. Like,
True.
I can tell y'all this. This is a true story. So you know China Mama, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So China Mama,
Banging.
we walked. Now.
Bang. Yeah,
But when I
true.
walked into the first time, it was me, this woman named Vegas Know It All, and the place was kind of empty.
Oh, okay.
People don't remember this, but China Mama was kind of empty.
Right.
And we did some videos there, kind of blew up, and then I did like 2 more videos back to back.
For sure.
All of them went viral.
For sure.
Place started to go crazy, right?
Right.
And we were at a cannabis Chamber of Commerce meeting.
Okay.
And have you met Kenneth, my boy, our COO, Kenneth? He be with Chris all the time, light skinned dude.
Probably. Most likely.
He was there, and some Asian woman came up to him and was just like, "Oh, chopping it up," and he was like, "What do you do?" And she was like, "Oh, I own China Mama," and he's like, "Oh, my boy Brandon, he posts his videos all the time," and she goes, "Oh, you know Brandon? I've been trying to find him. All of his videos bring so many people here," and I was like, "Okay, cool," and I talked to her, and I said, "Let me ask you a question. How did you know it was my followers bringing people here? Like, did they say my name?" And then I looked around China Mama, and everyone did not look like China Mama's typical
Of course.
audience.
Customers.
Right.
The skin was a lot more melanated, right? It was Hawaiians, it was black folks,
Hell
right?
yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's how these restaurants know my videos are working. 'Cause people that look like me started to show up tough.
Yeah.
And
1000%.
that's how they know it's me. That's
I
how they know
see.
it's me. Yeah, that's when they started fucking with me heavy.
Heck
when
yeah.
they realized
brought
that,
a whole different crowd.
that they had never, a Chinese
sure.
restaurant had never seen that many islanders and black folks at one time. They had never seen some shit
Yes,
like that.
sir.
It's a Chinese restaurant in Spring Mountain, right?
Right.
They have a typical audience.
Man, and there's so many over there, man. I said
Yeah.
it before, bro. I live on Spring Mountain. When I saw you post China Mama, I've never been there until you posted them.
And it's crack.
Yeah, 1000%.
Bro, you could start eating at a new restaurant every day in Spring Mountain, and you finish the year and be like, I'm not even halfway through this motherfucker, bro. They got nothing but heat over there.
Right,
If
right.
there's like, if we did a list of like the 25 best restaurants in Vegas, I swear to God, 20 of them would be on Spring Mountain.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm not joking. It's no
Honestly,
cap.
top
It's no
10,
cap.
top 10 for me has to all be in Spring Mountain.
Give me your 1, 2, and 3.
On Spring Mountain,
Just in general, 1, 2, 3.
man. I don't think I have them in typical order,
Okay.
but my top 3 definitely has to be Rice to Go. Have you ever been to Rice to Go?
Okay.
You already know, right up
Okay.
at Spring Mountain and Rainbow. These giant old pork hashes, boy, bigger than this mic. Fire, fire.
And cheap too, bro.
Yeah, and cheap, boy, and cheap. 2,
What's it called?
it's called Rice to Go. Rice to Go, yeah. The Garden Buffet.
Never tried it.
It's a Korean Korean barbecue spot, 2nd floor. Waitresses are rude as shit, but
That's the best
fire
food.
food.
That's
Best food, bro.
Bro, it's crazy. Okay, I can tell this joke because y'all like me, right? No one's gonna get offended. I
Right.
say, you know, the Asian or black restaurant is good when the service is awful.
Right.
If I walk into a black restaurant and the woman's like, "What the fuck do you want?" Oh, these wings are about to be fire.
But honestly, man, I feel like that's for me is opposite. Like the more loving the African American is in the shop, boy, the better the food.
you-
Like,
like a
they
mom
showing
put love in it?
boy. Like shout out to Back Porch Barbecue, my guy Greg, man. He loves every single person he
Where's
comes
that
across.
at? Where's that at?
It's a food truck.
A food truck.
Yeah,
oh, so you
food
gotta
truck.
put me
Yeah,
on. You
I'm
know some
telling
of the
you,
good
man,
shit, bro.
Back Porch Barbecue, man. It's the best barbecue in Vegas, hands down. I
For
know you
real?
know a lot. I know
Bruh,
you know.
that's
Jesse
a
Ray.
mighty. That's a mighty
I'm
statement,
telling you.
my
I'm
guy.
telling you.
That's a mighty statement.
Greg will give you a fire ass plate and a fire ass sermon. No, just
Wait, what's it called? Back porch barbecue?
Yep, back porch barbecue.
This is no cap. I'm adding this shit to my phone
Actually,
right
after
now,
after this, I'll send you his number.
Greg?
Yeah, Greg.
Oh, say less, bro. You
Goop.
said back porch. People think I'm joking. I find all my favorite spots by people just telling me their favorite spots.
Word of
Right,
mouth.
facts.
It's the easiest way.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's the easiest way. People get so offended.
Yeah, because when I go to like Famous Dave's or some of these other
Oh,
spots,
I don't like famous.
yeah,
Dave's.
but they all got like the same bundle packs and the same type of food, but
for $50.
Oh my gosh, Greg would for 50
For
for 60
$50.
bucks.
You know, I never leave a bad review. That's what I'm known for. I never leave a
Right.
bad review. Never, ever. I will say this publicly.
I've
Yo,
left a few.
Famous Dave's is so ass, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, shit. For what they charge, that shit is ass.
Ass. It's
Bro.
dry. It's
No,
all
like,
dry.
I'm okay with you being average, whatever barbecue, but don't charge me like $28 a plate.
Yeah,
God
facts.
damn, I want some mac and cheese. It ain't gotta be $8.
$28, I could go to Spring Mountain Korean barbecue, my
And
boy.
bro,
All you can eat.
$28 on Spring Mountain, they give you half a cow. Hey,
Right.
here you go, bro. Just take this,
For
take this
real.
home, feed your family. Like, God damn, here's a bag of, bag of noodles too.
All right, facts. Number 3.
Yep, rice to
It has
go,
to-
garden buffet.
Garden buffet, and number 3. If I didn't put them in my top 3, my wife would kill me. Fuck him long.
Fuck him long.
Fuck him long.
That sound like you cussing at me, bro.
I
That
know.
sound
Fuck
like you.
him long dying.
Fuck him long.
That one got me real quick. I was like,
Bro, the first time I tried to post it on TikTok, they banned me for cussing. I said, no, fuck it. The place is called Kim Long.
We didn't make this shit up,
They
man.
didn't make that shit up. They made that
Hey, we
shit
just
up.
rocking them proud. Fuck him long.
You go there for the wings, huh?
The
he
wings.
goes there for the dick. sorry.
I'm married,
Leia,
man.
sorry.
Right? I passed the assist. He goes there.
No, they're chicken pad thai. Fire.
Chicken pad thai is okay. This is some ironic shit. I've never gotten anything but the wings from fuck. I've never
Really?
had them.
I gotta try. I gotta try their wing. It's a black thing. No, I'm just
Oh gosh.
When my brother told me about it, I was like, he's like, man, the best wings at this place. I said, brother,
Right.
you black as hell asking for wings at a place called Fuck Him Long.
Yeah, I
Hey,
gotta try them though.
I know
haven't
y'all
tried their
serve
wings.
noodles, but y'all got wings too.
Right. What are your top 3?
Oh my God, are we keeping it to strictly themed restaurants? And that I'm naming Asian places in Spring Mountain.
Anything on Spring
Anything on Spring
Mountain.
Mountain? Okay.
And because you always rep China Mama, we're taking them out.
So removing China Mama, that's my number one.
Yeah,
Go.
that's our number 1.
So removing China Mama. Here
Yes,
you
sir.
go. Okay, here you go. 1 8-ounce Korean barbecue.
Ooh.
The best Korean barbecue
right
in
next
the
to the
city.
hot pot spot.
Oh, bruh. They're the only place in the city will give you like real A5 Wagyu, like the
Wow.
expensive Kobe beef in a Korean barbecue. He'll come to your table and just cook that shit up for you.
I have kids, and that's too expensive.
You don't have to do
Of
the
course.
bougie way, but like if you're gonna to me, all you can eat Korean barbecue is like all you can eat sushi. Like it's the best bang for your buck, but you're
Yeah,
not
right.
getting the best meal possible.
Fair enough.
Right?
Fair
They're giving
enough.
you the cheapest meats
Fair
possible.
enough.
If
Fair
you go to 8-ounce, all the meats there, he uses Angus prime beef for everything. So it's like Korean barbecue in an authentic way.
Right,
So that's
right,
my
right,
number
right.
one. There's a taco place on Spring Mountain. I know I'm going to Spring Mountain to get tacos. Called the Taco Stand.
Oh yeah, I seen it. It's right by
Shit.
Poco.
Yeah.
I forgot the Hawaiian restaurant,
Yep.
but I know exactly where
It's a San Diego taco restaurant. So they do like San Diego beach tacos with fried fish and
Dang.
shit. Oh my God. I fucking destroy that place.
Right.
And then he said, no China Mama?
No China
China
Mama.
Mama?
No China Mama.
Okay. There's a I don't want to be too bougie. There's a restaurant called New Asian Barbecue Noodle.
Ooh.
Or New Asian Barbecue.
Okay.
And you can never get in. Like
Right.
you can't make reservations, but you also can't get in.
Right.
You have to literally just sit there and wait with a bunch of old Asian dudes chain smoking, and you gotta wait. And that food is, it looks like it's gonna be like a Panda Express or like a cheaper barbecue spot.
Right.
And you walk inside, they got Peking duck hanging from the roof, and they serve like really nice food.
I love those type
Oh.
of restaurants. I gotta go check that out.
Oh, and you know it's fire whenever you see an old Asian couple standing outside of the restaurant and they just sitting there chilling like we got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Stand in line behind them because they know that food is fire.
Fire.
Yeah, that's the top 3 right there.
Do you have an honorable mention? Because I totally forgot.
You said no China Mama, mother.
I know. I'm sorry. Tatsu Ramen.
That's a special place to me.
Man, they're the best ramen spot on Spring Mountain to me.
Facts. No, so everybody has their own favorite taco shop, but everybody has their own famous ramen spot.
True.
To me, Ramen Tatsu does the most authentic, like Japanese style
Yes.
ramen, like traditional ramen.
Yep.
It's $10, and they
Right.
bring you a big ass bowl with a hell. It's the best $10 lunch you can get.
Fair enough.
You give them $10, bro, they feed you, and you're stuffed.
Right. I'll be ordering the extra, so my ramen be expensive.
Damn, I'm
You get the extra chashu pork, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever done the
Shiitake
gangster? No,
mushrooms.
shiitake mushroom.
Yeah.
The secret is doing extra garlic and then
Yes.
extra of the fried garlic.
Oh,
Oh, bro, I know it sounds crazy, but trust me,
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
even
put
think
you on.
about the fried garlic.
You do the extra garlic and the fried garlic. Oh, bro,
Mm.
your breath gonna stink, but the food is fire.
My brother, he's on culture when it comes to food.
Yeah, Spring Mountain. I think I've only been to hot and juicy crawfish.
Really?
Oh,
shit. So,
Sad life, man.
You
You gotta
had-
I'm gonna
expand.
respectfully bow.
Nah, bro, we gonna take you to China Mama for real, for real.
Let's do it.
Yeah, for
We'll
real.
do a whole. No, we'll do Tough Block goes to China Mama.
Dude,
Let's
let's
do
do
it. Let's do it.
We'll
Bro,
do-
and here's what's crazy. We some pretty big dudes here right
Yes.
now, right?
We got a
like,
squad.
like we gotta. If we were walking on the street, people might think we were some sort type of criminal, you know,
or offensive line.
squadron or all. Yeah, where y'all play football at? Right? It'd be one of those moments.
They're like, hey, it's the Vegas Raiders.
And why do you? None of you own a shaver.
Thanks, I'm sorry, man.
Bro, all 5 of us could go to China Mama, and for less than legitimately less than $60, we could all leave stuffed.
We can ball out.
They give you no, bro. The amount of food that they give you for how little they charge you, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
She even raised her
I've seen the
prices,
pit.
and it don't make sense, bro. Like, you go to one of them dumpling places on the strip,
Right.
and you pay $13, and they bring you 2 little ass dumplings. But for $13 at China Mama, they bring you a plate of like 10 dumplings the size of a baseball, and you're like, well, I ordered one order. Yeah, I know, one order, and they just fucking throw them on the table, and you could be done off that. But then they'll bring you a bowl of soup the size of like a jug for $18, bro, and it'll feed everybody here.
Right.
You could feed, I swear to God, this is a true story. You could feed your whole family at China Mama for less than, like, say, like $30.
I've been doing it wrong.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm
Man.
telling you. Go check this place out, man. I know they don't always get the best rap in Spring Mountain, which I don't understand why, but
Racism.
I didn't want to say it. I don't want to put it in the air, but you know. But no, man, some of the best eats in the valley has to be Spring Mountain.
Facts.
Facts.
You know why, though? Because it's super competitive. Right?
Right.
Imagine you had 5 dispensaries right next to each other.
Yeah.
They'd have to drop their prices to make sure that
Right.
they compete with each other.
Right.
On Spring Mountain, every other space is a restaurant.
Yeah.
And so you gotta be, it pushes you to be better.
For sure.
Because the restaurant next door got great food too.
For sure.
You can't just say like, oh, we got great food, because hey, so there's 100 other places on here, right?
True. True.
Like you have to really price
Stand
your
out,
shit
too.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's one thing that I think that you can learn from them as a community, because I've heard from some of their owners that they all help each other out. Like they all put together a fund, and then they help upgrade one store, and then they'll do another one, and then they do each one every year. So it's constantly helping each other. I think that's beautiful, man, because if you see a lot, man, in cultures, I know in our culture, I'm sure you've seen it in your culture as well, where they're too busy pulling each other down. But
Yeah.
then, man, they all
Wait,
are helping
Is
each
it
other.
okay? That's
build.
interesting that you say that, because I was just about to give your culture a compliment. Because typically, from what I see on the outside,
Yeah.
whenever I've been around Polynesian folks, it's always love. Like it don't
Yes.
matter. It's always like, "What's up, Oos?" Right?
Right.
It's always like that. So I've never is you guys have like an inner competition with each other? Is
Big
there
time.
like a
Big
time.
time, big
Big
time,
time.
and I don't know. I honestly don't
It's
know
like
what it stems
everybody
from.
wants to claim each other, but nobody wants to. I don't know. It's so hard to explain, right? It's like
Well, honestly, it's a lot of it had to do with church. I know in our families, what we've experienced in the past before, it's more of a competitive thing of who's doing. Honestly, it's not even church in general. It's just people in general.
in the church.
They're all trying to compete. Who's taking care of who more, or this, that, or the other. For the most part, we are very, very loving people. We love showing out and helping each other. But the biggest flaws would be we're just too damn competitive against each other
and judgmental.
Really?
and judgmental.
Big time.
That's
for
very
sure.
interesting to hear. That's
Yeah.
that's a perspective that like I wouldn't say you guys are insulated as a culture, but you're a culture that a lot of people don't know too much
For sure.
about, right? Especially like the inner workings,
We're
inner
growing
politics. You are, especially in
Yeah,
Vegas, bro.
man.
You guys are essentially Liberty High School.
No, for real.
For real, dude.
I love when people are like, hey, how is this Liberty School so good at football all of a sudden? Are they cheating? Nah, bro. That kid is 13 years old. He is 13 years old,
6'5",
6'5", 300 pounds. Yeah.
And his parents are at South Point.
Am I allowed to laugh at these jokes?
Hell yeah, man.
Am I allowed to laugh at it? Bro, I love South Point Casino for that exact reason. South Point Casino is the most unique casino on planet Earth because you have country white people and Polynesian people all chain smoking cigarettes and
Yeah.
shit, man. It's crazy.
Yeah,
All
South
there
Point
for
is the
steak and
spot.
eggs.
Hey, that Coronado Cafe is the real, bro.
Facts,
For real.
bro. Look, real Vegas knows, man. Real Vegas knows.
I'm gonna start a whole series called Real Vegas Knows about places that like you have to be such a real one to know these places. If you know the
Facts.
Coronado Cafe, that's the official Vegas test. Have you been
real.
drunk at the South Point at 2 a.m. and wanted steak and eggs for real?
Right. Have you been downtown and you only been to downtown East or Ghost Park? You really
100%.
for Vegas.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
really for Vegas.
If you go downtown and actually go in the casinos, you are not doing it right.
nah. If you from Vegas and you always on the strip, you're not doing
No,
it
no,
right.
Facts. I don't like. Matter of fact, that's what we talked about in the podcast earlier. It's just like one of the things for people who come to Vegas. One of the craziest things for them to realize is like we don't do none of that shit.
Right.
Y'all,
Right.
y'all go to the New York, and spend $35 for a $10 drink. That's your choice.
Yes.
We don't do that shit.
Ain't nobody do that. But I noticed that anywhere you go to any city. Like I'm gonna go visit Seattle a couple years ago, Mark's hometown.
Okay.
And
Shout out to Mark.
Right.
out to Mark.
Shout out to Mark. Been downtown Seattle, went to some of the dock areas, and my sister was living up there for, I think, like almost a year then, I think. Right, Ashley? You've been out there almost like 3 or 4 years now, but at the time she was like, man, I don't ever go out there. I don't ever visit like the downtown areas and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean, I don't know if it's the same thing for you, but like for us, we were never on the strip. Only the Hawaiian Marketplace.
Yeah, yeah.
The Hawaiian, the Hawaiian Marketplace got completely
I
changed. you
know,
know?
man. It's sad,
it's-
bro. It's all shut down now. Have you been over there?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, bro, it's
actually
all
the
closed
new,
down.
It's the new black marketplace. They got places like Stuff Your My Turkey over there. A lot of like black-owned businesses popped up in the Hawaiian Marketplace.
Really?
Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah, because the leases were like, it's a tough area, right? Because it's kind of tucked in
Yeah.
and hidden there.
Yeah.
So the leases were a little pricey and a little risky for a lot of folks. But
Right.
yeah, they got some nice black-owned restaurants over there.
Yeah.
No more porter subs.
Zingers ain't there no,
No,
more.
no.
Yeah, Zingers have the best chili
The-
cheese fries,
The
man.
Hawaiian, the Zingers.
Zingers, yes sir,
Okay,
yes sir.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're there
Yeah, they're
anymore.
gone.
But yeah, our dad used to play over there every weekend from
Every
like
Friday.
every Friday since like I was in middle school to high school, bro. Like at least 4 or 5 years worth. And
I
we
got
were
my first fake tattoo there.
yeah, the henna, he got the henna tattoo. We were there every Friday, man. Great memories. Is there any place downtown Vegas that you feel like, well, downtown is different, so I'll do downtown or the strip. Are there any like hidden in the rock spots that you would tell people that they need to go visit? For us, it would have been Hawaiian Marketplace, but
Yeah.
it ain't there no more.
So I don't do this. There's no place on the strip that's a hidden gem.
For sure.
That's the problem. There's all these speakeasies, but then they do like viral videos. It's
yeah,
like,
and
okay,
it's
well,
not a secret no more.
it's not a secret, bro. You just did a TikTok video on your place, whatever. Downtown. Are we talking about like downtown Fremont or like the Arts District, right? 'Cause
Either one.
Either
Because
one?
our district
Okay.
has some great spots too, man.
do you want food or like a cool place to hang out?
Let's do one of each.
Yeah.
Okay, for food, it's probably not underrated anymore. A lot of people know about it, but Esther's Kitchen
Yeah.
is
yeah.
probably the best Italian food in Vegas right now. Like better than the Strip. You can go to the Strip and pay $50, $60 a plate, or go to Esther's and pay $15 and like have better food.
Right.
So Esther's Kitchens is the easy one, and then a place to hang out. Horse Trailer Hideout.
I've seen you post them before.
Horse
I
Trailer
haven't
Hideout.
been there.
It's like, do you want to go somewhere where you're only going to be around local people? It's like a country bar.
Okay.
Yeah, but in the back they got like a huge pit area where you can play like, little games and whatnot. And they have a food truck slide through there from time to time in the back.
What?
Yeah, and it's just a cool place to hang out. It's owned by Vegas locals.
Cool.
They take care of Vegas locals. It's one of the cool sleeper bars, and it's It's one of those places that it gets busy on First Friday. But
Right.
you can go there on like a casual Thursday and just not, just hang out with you and your people.
Right.
You know.
And see, that's another thing I've never got to witness until I got into the cannabis industry was First Friday. Man, First Friday be
Really?
banging.
We used to go there as kids.
Did we?
Yeah, our father used to play music there sometimes.
I don't remember those. I don't
Yeah.
remember those. Sad.
What kind of music do you pop for?
Every kind.
Funk.
Every
Funk was
kind.
number one, and then reggae.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
He's
Oh,
been in every funk band.
Oh man, now I got questions for y'all. Okay, so number one, what is it that connects like Polynesian people and reggae? Y'all fuck with reggae so heavy. Why is that?
I think it's the rhythms, the beat.
Yeah, very similar to ours. Very melodies are very similar to ours. Very
Yeah.
melodic, but more relaxation. We're island folk,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
We love relaxation.
Yeah, I like it because all the every beat just like ain't nobody rushing. Everybody
Right.
just like "Da-da," you know.
But see,
Can-
when you
can-
listen to good
Yeah.
reggae, there's only two subjects they ever sing about. It's God or weed.
Or
Sure.
love.
Or love. Or
Or
love.
love,
Yeah.
Hella
yeah.
love song.
Yeah, so I mean, for us, man, like, what's better than those three? You know what I'm saying?
Facts. They hit a target demo for sure, right? Because like
Right.
I think it's funny. I think music. Nobody talks about this shit, but I think musically, that's what brings like black folks and Polynesian folks so together so easily.
Right.
Is we grew up with the same types of like y'all listen to a lot of Marvin Gaye, a lot of classic soul music, right?
Right.
And we fuck with that, and then y'all
Yes.
like a lot of reggae, and we fuck
Yeah.
with that, right? Like
Yep.
we share a lot of similar concepts of like. I think most black folks would like that island lifestyle. I think if
1000%.
you took a lot of black folks that are stressed out and you just took them to like Samoa
Right.
or Tonga or something like that where they can just relax and just be
Right.
by the beach. I think that'd be the best thing that ever happened to them, bro. To just chill the fuck out.
Have you
know?
ever been to Hawaii?
I haven't, bro. It's too expensive for me.
What?
My
Really?
girl's been because she fancy like that, but like
Google Flights, bro. Go to
it's
Google
not
Flights.
bro, it's not the flights.
Yeah.
It's the flights
It's
plus
everything.
plus the hotel.
Yeah, fair enough.
Plus the
Fair
food. Plus
Fair
the
enough.
she wants to see all the fun tourist shit. It's like, God damn, baby, can we just go to a steakhouse and go to sleep? Like,
But see, some that's a beautiful thing about Hawaii is that it still has some of those international feels as like different countries.
Yeah.
You could pull up on the beach and there'll be different food booths and tents, and they're all selling
Yeah.
fire food. You go to Laie or Kahuku, right across from the PCC, the Polynesian Culture Center. There's like 4 or 5 houses that are selling food out the house.
Out the house?
Out the
Okay,
house.
see, I fuck it.
Like there's a bunch of side road.
see, if I could do
restaurants
Hawaii,
you
if
can
I
get
could
in.
do Hawaii your way,
Right. Yeah.
right? Like when I
True.
travel or go anywhere, I want to do it the way I do it in Vegas,
Right.
where I'm just hitting nothing but like the most underground of like local spots.
True.
So if you gave me like a tour guide, like Brandon, hit this, I would do Hawaii that
Fair
way.
enough, fair enough.
Right? Like-
we gotta take you there, man.
Oh, bro, I
we
would-
gotta take Brandon Vegas, goes to the 9th island.
I would love.
Oh, this is
8th
a nice
island.
island.
You
Those
know
are
what I
the
meant. You know what I meant.
Yeah, okay, but we was just going, bro, we just
Eighth
letting this motherfucker slide.
I can't. That's my job. I can't.
I was like, hey, what,
know what I
is
mean.
Vegas the 6th island?
Man, with how many people there are of us now, it's like the 10th island now.
Yeah, bro,
got
y'all
the
made new
9th.
islands in Vegas, bro.
For real.
It's crazy. It's just like you guys, no one talks about, but there's like certain parts of town that y'all
Yeah.
just like.
Dominate.
What made
Take
y'all?
over.
What made y'all all want to move here at the same time, bro? Like, what the fuck happened?
Well, honestly, like if you compare prices, because a lot of us all come from West Coast or straight from Hawaii, all the rent over there, all the economy went up.
Yeah.
So Vegas was still cheap. Vegas is climbing now. Like it's starting to get expensive.
But
to be here,
we're
but-
still cheap compared to Hawaii,
Right.
California,
Yeah.
fucking Washington. We're still cheap
Yeah.
compared to all those places,
Facts.
right? We're just not we're not cheap the way it was 5-6 years ago, where you
Right.
could get a fucking house out here
Shoot,
for nothing.
10 years ago, man,
Oh,
it was
they
such a
was
difference,
They
bro.
was giving away houses
I
out
know,
here 10 years ago,
I
man.
know. But man, that's one thing that you do a great job of is keeping people educated. Because a lot of things that you be dropping, man, you be dropping heavy knowledge on how to buy a house,
Gems.
what secrets or things that people aren't educated on.
Yeah.
What's the biggest discrepancy that you do see that people first coming out to buy a home go through?
Oh man, there's one that stands above everything else, and it's that how much the house is. People freak out about how much the house listed for.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
I know,
I
I
can't
do.
believe it's priced that much. That's the price they want.
right,
What's the price you want?
right.
Well, like for real talk, like why are you
Right.
so worried? Like, okay, the way I compare it to, and I'm not gonna get y'all in trouble. I'm not gonna get y'all canceled. The way I compare it to is like you talking to a girl at the bar,
Right.
And you walk up to her and she's like, you better be 6'5" with a 12-inch dick, and you better be a basketball player.
Right.
That's her opening list price.
Yeah.
And then you like, all right, baby, I'm like 5'11" and I'm cool and I got a nice job. Like, come on, fuck with me.
Right.
Right? You're negotiating the price. Well, the house is the same way, bruh. They say, I want 400,000. You like, baby, come on, man. How about 375? Like, right? Like,
Have a good heart.
have a good heart, right? And ultimately, how much the house costs, don't really matter.
Right.
That's the bank's money.
Facts.
That's the bank's money. You ain't gonna pay that money back.
Right.
When you sell the house, you're gonna use that money to pay them back, right? Like, people trip so much about the bank's money because people have been trained since a young age to care about other people's money but not their own money.
Right.
They'll go blow their money on dumb shit, but when it comes to borrowing the bank's money, they're like, oh, I don't want to borrow more of their money. Man, fuck their money.
Yeah.
Take all their money.
Yeah.
Spend all of their money. They don't need it. Like,
Facts.
put it to good work.
And that's the thing that I think a lot of people are miseducated or uneducated on is how to properly utilize credit. I'm just now starting to learn. And then, like, man, it's like, oh, so this is how people actually function. This is how people have extra dollars in their pocket. Like, that's never really educated on. Is it that hard for you in your industry to try to guide people through there?
Oh, yeah. People are stuck in so many. Like, I'd say we're probably the second or third generation of the financial trap,
Right.
right? Where, like, our grandparents knew how to save money.
Yeah.
They knew how to save because they had been through tough times. They had been through war. They had learned to, like, okay, hey, shit can pop off at any moment. Keep your ducats safe. We're the third generation of people where nothing bad has really happened, right? Our wars aren't real. Like, they're not it's not like world wars. It's not
Right.
like a bunch of people are about to go die, right? It's
Our
not,
biggest issues is like gender identity
yeah,
and
yeah.
stupid social media stuff.
So it kind of like tricks people into spending their money because they feel so safe
Right.
that money's always going to be there.
Right.
So they end up blowing money in places that they don't realize that they're blowing it.
Right.
And then they want to go get something that they really actually want. And they're like, oh, I'm stuck. I can't afford it. Right? Or people who have like $50,000 in their pocket, but their credit scores are 450. It's like, bro, what you got? You got all that money for? Go fix your fucking, like,
Yeah.
go get your credit up.
Right,
Right?
facts.
Like, if your credit's high, they give you more money to borrow.
Right.
That's what I tell people. You want to start a business? Okay, what's your credit at? They'll give you the money.
Yeah. Straight up, they'll
They'll-
give you the
Your
money.
credit scores are 780. Yeah, well, here you go, sir. Here's fucking $800,000. Go start your business, right?
Right.
Like, they don't care. Once you have good credit, they'll give you all the money in the world. They make money off you. Like, the banks make money by giving you money.
Right.
Banks
Right.
don't.
That's their
Banks
big
have no
thing.
other way to make money.
Yeah.
They got to give you money so that you pay them back interest.
Right.
So
Loan
they-
shark.
They need They need you to take the money.
Right.
It's just sitting there waiting for you. Just go take it.
Fair enough.
You know.
Fair enough. Yeah, we definitely need to take advantage of that for
100%.
sure.
People trying to start businesses out of their own pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Bezos borrowed the money from his parents.
Right.
Jeff Bezos gave money from his parents.
Donald Trump said that he
Donald Trump got
borrowed a
money?
cool $1 million.
Yeah, the whole point of getting rich is so you can give your kids enough money to just fuck around and be Donald Trump, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
Hey, son, here's $1 million. Go fucking take over the world. Yeah, right. Like,
Facts.
That's it.
hey, I tell people all the time, bro. You can give me $1 million, and I would not become Donald Trump, bro.
Right.
Like, you give me $1 million, I'll blow that shit on Tupac's car. What are you gonna use that money on? I'm gonna buy Tupac's BMW.
Trying to buy me an island.
Shit.
Yeah.
Did you know that's Chris's dream?
Oh, yeah?
My brother,
Hell yeah.
my brother's dream. This is a true story. He wants to get rich, sell cannelline, and then buy an island so he don't have to deal with none of the.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
He's like, I
would
gotta have
love to
internet
do
on my
that.
island, and I'm straight.
That's it. That's it. I would love to live on an island, man. Wake up to the beach every
Hell yeah.
morning, man.
Yeah.
Except for the hurricanes.
That was my thing.
Yeah.
I'm cool with islands if there's like an underground bunker to protect me from all that water y'all got to deal with.
Right,
man.
facts.
I like water when it's in the ocean. When that shit's in the air, I'm scared.
That's facts.
Yeah.
With a lot of people, especially if you grew up here from Vegas, nobody has quite the Vegas pride as you do. What really makes you want to put Vegas on your back? What drives you to do this?
Man, Vegas is giving me everything.
Right.
Right? Like big dudes don't get to be cool all the time. But in Vegas, like, Vegas don't care. And this is the truth about Vegas. Vegas don't care what color you are.
Right.
We only care about the color green. Like, that's the best part about
That's
Vegas. I
facts.
tell Vegas is the least we're the most accepting place anywhere I've been because if you got money, we fuck with you. If you
Right,
don't, we
facts.
don't, right?
Yeah, true.
We don't make it. We don't hide it. We don't make it nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you've worked in nightclubs or if you've worked any job where you need tips, valet, whatever, you know the value of treating other people correctly.
Right.
Because you need the money from their pocket to, to feed your family. So it's a city that trains people to treat others kindly.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you have money.
Right. 1,000%. 1,000%. All the big ballers, bro. You have to have money here.
Yeah.
Who do you think has the biggest impact of change? I mean, we've seen the Raiders come in. We've seen UFC grow out here. You're seeing the Vegas Aces win the championship, which was a shame on what the Raiders did to send Darren Waller out after he just got married to our star basketball player.
That's crazy.
Kelsey Plum, bro. That was messed up, dog. Now they're trying to trade her. I hope they don't. Vegas still needs a championship team. Might as well let the Aces be it.
Who had the biggest impact?
Yeah. Who do you think has the biggest impact? Or, I don't know. You know a lot of people. Do you know of anything big that's coming?
The Vegas Golden Knights were the best thing that ever happened to Vegas.
Really?
Like, oh, my God. That first season, man, after
true.
the shooting,
Yeah.
when
Very
everyone in Vegas was just like, fuck it, it was like Vegas had been looking for a reason to stand up and be like, this is what Las Vegas means, right? And after the shooting, man, Vegas Knights games, you weren't just going to like watch the game, you were going to stand up and be like, I'm from fucking Vegas, bro.
That's true. That's the biggest time you saw pride here.
And watching us go
Vegas
to the
strong
Stanley Cup-
was the biggest quotes.
Bro,
Everybody's
every
trying-
game,
Hashtag, I meant. Yeah.
every game felt like the fucking Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Like every game you went
Yeah.
to,
We
people
didn't even
were
win the
like-
championship, but it felt huge.
But we made it there.
Yeah,
right?
we felt huge.
It brought Vegas because like for the first time ever, no matter who you saw,
Mm-hmm.
if they had that VGK jersey, you were like,
Yeah.
I fuck with you,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
It was like the most
People who didn't watch hockey was watching hockey at the
100%.
time.
And it brought people together because when you went to the games, you saw every type of person, old, young, new Vegas, old Vegas, black,
Right.
white, did not matter.
Right.
If you had that VGK, you saw VGK license plates. It was
Yeah.
just Vegas finally being like, this is us.
Yeah,
we out
own.
here.
We
yeah.
own. Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, I truly appreciate you canceling your plans again. Like I said tonight, I know you were about to head to the Ignite team.
That's how much I love you,
I know.
DJ. I have courtside seats next to the number 2 draft pick in the
Man,
NBA.
I appreciate
Scoot
you.
I
know.
sit right next to that
I
motherfucker.
know.
And I said, all right, I'm gonna skip the game. I'm gonna come fuck with my man DJ.
Man, I appreciate you,
That's
bro.
real love,
I
bro.
appreciate you. I know, man.
Now I'm gonna need my $375 that ticket cost me.
I got you. We'll go to China Mama.
Bro, you couldn't spend $375 at China Mama if you ordered the whole fucking menu twice, bro.
Man, we really got to go, dog. We really
People
got to
think
take
I'm
you,
pro-
bro.
people think
We
I'm
gotta take you for sure.
I'm gonna show you the video after we get off the podcast.
Right.
And you go look at how much food I ordered and be like, damn, how much money you spent. And when I tell you that we only spent like $100, your mind's gonna be blown.
Damn.
Your mind's gonna be blown, my guy.
Tons,
Damn.
tons of
Whoa,
food, bro.
Damn.
You also got to
gotta-
check out Wolfat. Wolfat.
Oh yeah,
on the east
Wolfat.
side.
Yeah.
Where's Wolf at? Where's Wolf at?
That's
Boulder and
You making that face, Mark? What's good?
you know, he knows.
It's like whoa fat.
Yeah, it's like
man.
Hawaiian Chinese fusion
Say less.
restaurant.
That's good,
They
man.
let them do like spam fried rice and shit. Why you
Yeah.
like spam so much?
There's only meat available, dog.
Is that real?
Yeah, they started with a lot of things at the time. Like
Don't y'all got hella fish? Aren't
hunting.
y'all surrounded by water?
Yeah, but when you Americanize things and then they come and try to industrialize and then limit you on what you can fish, what you can do, what you can like. It's illegal to collect rainwater out there, bro. It's ridiculous.
Wait. Hawaiians can't collect their own water when it rains?
Yep, it's illegal.
What? That sounds so.
It's the dumbest thing, bro.
Wait,
There's so many stupid
Wait, you
shit.
can't collect your own. So wait, how do they know that you out there? Like, if some girl sticks her tongue out, like, is they about to find the little girl?
guy that
Like,
comes
give me
nah.
give me that fucking tongue, you little bit. Like,
You got kids out there with cups, just
little starving kids. God damn.
nah, man.
They really fine you for collecting your own
Rainwater, yeah.
Is there a purpose?
I have no idea.
They sell
I have no
Hawaiian
idea.
rain? Is that this?
I know.
That's the Fiji water.
Stupid. But no, man, there's so many stupid things that they're doing in Hawaii, bro. Like they're really trying to outprice our people out of the land and give it back to all
Fuck
these
Mark
people,
Zuckerberg.
bro. I know, bro. That's the life goal. That's my life goal, is to come up with so much money that I could kick that motherfucker off our islands and give that land back to our people. That's my number one goal.
Have The Rock do it.
I know. I wish he would, bro. But he's
Goddamn.
only about his area where he grew up at,
Where did he?
and he's
grow
probably
up at?
friends. He's probably friends with him.
Yeah, at this point, he knows Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all. Man, once you reach it, you right. Once you
Yeah.
reach a certain level, it becomes like you become. What's the word I'm looking for? You ever? Now I'm taking deep. You ever seen the movie The Watchmen?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
the comic book? Okay. So the blue dude, Mr. Man, Dr. Manhattan,
Dr.
right? His
Manhattan.
whole concept is that
Be
like
slanging his sling around.
it's like once you have a certain level of power and fame, right? You become like detached. Like, does The Rock even have normal human like
I
interactions
don't
anymore?
think so.
I
Right?
think so, bro. He obviously like broadcasts it everywhere, so I don't know
Yeah,
if
but
it's
social
how
media is easy to
genuine
fake.
it is.
Tolofa.
He's a wrestler.
Hey man, don't talk about my Uncle Rock like that.
He's a wrestler, right? He's good at faking a character,
Facts.
right? You know, like
Facts.
or like Elon Musk, like or Jeff. Okay, think about Jeff Bezos, right?
Right.
Jeff Bezos is responsible for legitimately like what percentage of the world's jobs? Think about that. How many jobs is between Amazon, delivery boys for
mean-
Amazon, drivers, people who
Yeah,
make
bro.
trucks for Amazon, people who buy things and sell them on Amazon.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody partying at Gold Spike works at Amazon.
everyone's career is at Gold Spike. Yeah. Well, like, imagine how does he even feel normal when he just looks at people and he's just like, I'm responsible for all of you,
yeah,
right?
that's facts.
Like he
That's
has,
facts. I
like,
never thought about it.
he
that
can't even
way.
see himself as human anymore, right?
Right.
Like,
He
once-
made the untouchable level,
yeah, once you have enough money to like buy me,
like Bill Gates.
100%.
Bill Gates. is the
Yeah.
one.
I hate to get off topic, but he is one of the reasons I believe there's no way to fix being bald, right? I mean, he has all the money in the world. He hasn't fixed it yet.
I think.
You think he bought those muscles?
No, I
I
mean,
no. I mean, he was like, I look too much like Howie Mandel. I got to change this.
you better be careful. That motherfucker owns the military.
I know, for
Sorry.
real, bro.
He'll have
For real.
lasers on this whole place, man.
He'll bomb this planet and ship everybody else but you.
Bro, I always wondered how his wife, like,
Man, she's what, the richest woman in the world right now?
think about how rich you are that all you had to do is divorce this motherfucker and you're the richest one on top. I always think like, bro, you're Jeff Bezos. How did you get caught? Don't you have enough money
Right.
to pay someone to like distract her? Like how did you get caught? Like, what the
But
fuck?
honestly, bro, I mean, once you get to a certain level, and I would imagine if I look like him, no offense, like now you could buy any woman you want, technically.
Well, yeah,
If
well,
you
yeah,
have
okay.
that mentality, and that's the
Man.
way that I don't know if he acts that way, but like once you come into a certain echelon of dollars you make,
You have
like your availability to almost
Bro,
any
what
woman.
did Jay-Z say? He said, I can't be ugly. I'm a billionaire.
He looked like a vulture from.
He looks like an angry penis.
to you, but like I always tell girls like Bill Gates has to be the most bangable guy on earth, lady. No, I wouldn't have sex with Bill Gates. If Bill Gates came to the table and started dropping stacks of millions on the table, he would become so attractive to you so quickly, right? Like you think the dude in a Lamborghini is impressive.
Right.
Motherfucker, Bill Gates could buy a Lamborghini. What the
Right.
fuck you mean, right?
And I know a lot of dudes that will flip too.
You know,
He
hey,
came and dropped
you've
somebody,
seen rappers flip for $1 million
Oh
career.
my gosh, bro!
For a
When you hear
million
about
dollars.
these things that happen to like the guys from B2K and some of
Oh,
these
yeah.
other
Wait,
man, what?
Or- yeah.
B5 and B2K, bro. Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
yeah.
I think it was I forgot.
Was
I
it
think
Raz B?
Raz B. His manager was
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
You hear about
bro.
like Lil Wayne and Baby. You
Yeah.
hear about like Meek Mills and like all kind of shit.
Man,
bro.
you hear it all the
Yeah.
time, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Hey,
like-
welcome to the world.
Yeah. And these rappers will do it for like a record deal, right?
Yeah. I
Bill
feel like
Gates-
Kesha was the only person stepping up and talking about
Oh
it
yeah.
at the time, bro.
And you saw they make her disappear real quick, bro.
Real
She
quick,
was,
bro.
She was gone. She was, or a lot of the female artists will talk about it. Like when
Yeah.
you see a female artist like Maya,
Yeah.
who's famous and then
Yeah.
disappeared, it's because she won't play the game, right?
I imagine that's what happened with Hilary Duff with Disney, because almost all the Disney
Every
characters
Disney-
went bigger,
Well-
but she stopped.
well, you see
But
what happens with them, right?
Yeah.
They do the little girl thing.
Yeah.
Then they hit like 18, 19, 20, and they turn them into the hoe shit. Like Miley
Yeah.
Cyrus started on the hoe shit.
Yeah.
Britney Spears started doing the hoe shit.
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera started doing the hoe shit.
Yeah.
Right? And so for
Genie in a bottle.
well, even after when she started doing like the gonna get dirty shit.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Started dressing real like
Yeah.
a hoe, right?
Yeah.
And like basically, if you're not willing to be Cardi B, like they just cancel your shit.
Right. Yeah.
Just can't-
Honestly, bro, and it's the same thing with music, with artists. Like you hear a lot of people underground, especially with the availability of social media and TikTok and Instagram. You hear a lot of great artists and like, man, why aren't you in the mainstream? But then they still got motherfuckers still rapping and singing about the same stupid shit over and over. Some of them, man, some of their music, like it's not even words.
It's not. It's just like I'm trying to get y'all canceled, but it always throws me off, right? These rappers can talk about killing people, selling drugs to your neighborhood, shooting people up, beating people up at clubs, beating girls up, cheating on. They can talk about anything they want to, but think about the topics that they're not allowed to talk about, right? The baby literally shot a motherfucker in Walmart.
Yeah, in Walmart.
Shot a motherfucker in Walmart, and the record label was like, "Great, we're gonna sell 1 million records."
Mm-hmm.
And that motherfucker made one comment about the wrong group, and they canceled his ass.
Yeah, gone.
So what are they telling you? Rap music is about being that guy,
Right.
right?
Facts.
You got to be a degenerate. You got to be a piece of shit,
Right.
and you can be as big a piece of shit as you want to be, but just don't talk about the wrong groups.
Facts.
And that's why we think all these rappers is a little sus.
I mean, there's so much that you could deep dive in there, like on how Kanye went crazy and all the things that
He got this little girl on social media with that porn star Ice Spice bitch, man. Yeah, he said, "I don't want."
I heard him like go off about it, but I didn't know that's what it was.
Bro, he told Kim, "I don't want my little girls on social media where they be
Yeah.
hypersexualizing girls."
Yeah.
Then Kim, despite him, has his girls dressing up like Ice Spice. You ever heard her? She talks about breaking dudes' dicks off. Like she talks about the hypersexual shit.
Yeah.
You got his little 8-year-old, 7-year-old girls dressing up as Ice Spice. Like,
Right.
come on, man.
And see, that's the thing too. Like I have a daughter who's under 10 years old, and that's one of the biggest things that it's hard trying to keep them away from seeing the scope of the world because social media is so available.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we grew up blind to because we weren't exposed to it. But now
Sure.
exposure is everywhere, and with things like that, bro, it's very tough. Like I forgot what song, but at the time I think it was Meg Thee Stallion, and she was at her prime. And it was tough trying to keep that music away from my daughter,
your little
man.
girl, like, what does WAP mean, daddy?
Well, like that part, but there's like other kids their age that are exposed
listen
to
to
it,
that.
and then
Yeah.
they'll show or
Right.
talk about it with my kid. Is like,
It's the trending song on TikTok.
You taking me down
Yeah.
a rabbit hole, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I tell people, you can be the best parent you want to be, but
tough.
we're a community.
That's what I
Right.
told him.
We're a community.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a bad parent and you raise some loser-ass kid, your loser-ass kid is going to affect my kid, and I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't do nothing wrong,
Yeah,
right? Like, your kid may not listen to that trash music,
yeah,
but 2 of her friends might listen to it and share it with the group, and now,
right.
here we are.
Yeah, see, I'm a fob, dude. I be listening like old school Samoan music and certain tribal songs, and my kids love it. It's hilarious, bro. They're little mini me's, but like my wife always makes fun of me about it. But once they're exposed to certain peaks of those corners of those worlds, man, it's like you can't put Pandora back in the box.
That's
then
the
the
problem.
questions start coming,
Yeah.
and then if they grow up and want to explore on their own, you can't really stop
You
that,
can't-
man.
It's too much, bro.
Yeah.
It's like when we were 13, 14 years old, what were we talking to our friends about? Dumb shit.
Dumb shit.
Football, dumb,
Dumb
shit,
shit,
right?
yeah.
Kid shit. These little kids growing up talking about politics, talking about gender, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, when I was 13, you know how fucking stupid I was? I wasn't capable of having these discussions.
I was more worried about trying to not overheat because I had my basketball shorts underneath my jeans. I was trying to find a hoop to go hoop.
I was always just worried about who thinks I'm not hard, you know?
Yeah,
Who
that
thinks-
too.
Who thinks I'm not hard?
That too.
Who here thinks I'm not hard?
Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, that's facts.
I'm
That's
ready to
facts.
prove it at a moment's notice, motherfucker.
For nothing.
And see, that's
For
one.
literally nothing.
And that's one thing that I do love about your content too, is because you're very real and you really are an advocate for the men's mental, like the way that you talk and like you keep saying, like you can't get canceled for being so pro male. I talk to my friends, my guys all the time. Like, if you were to have a males movement as heavy as all these females would, man, you'd be canceled right away. People would look at you a joke.
Yeah.
But where do you think that we play in a fine line through social media to regain that confidence as male figures?
You have to be willing to. You ever seen the movie The Matrix?
Yes, of course.
The Matrix
Keanu.
is a good. It's overused, but it's overused because it makes sense. You have to be. The more powerful you get, the more Agent Smiths they're gonna send after you.
Right. Ooh.
So you have to be willing to fight every day, countless, for what
Right.
you believe in.
Right.
Right? And a big part of men's mental health is stop being afraid all the time.
Right.
Right? This shit only works because everyone's afraid. What I tell people, my grandpa used to say, and when he said it, because my grandpa, you got to think of this, my grandpa's grandpa was a slave.
Oh,
It ain't that
wow.
far. My grandpa died at like 89 or 90. So he was old enough that his grandpa was a slave.
Right.
And they had an old saying that they used to say. It was, arise, throw off your shackles. You've got nothing to lose but your chains. And he would say it in these sarcastic moments. Like, we would lose a video game, right? And he'd be like, arise, throw off your shackles. And we'd be like, right. But as I got older, I realized what he was saying.
Right.
This shit only works because a few of us are afraid. They
Right.
can't arrest all of us. They can't cancel all of us. So we are everything. We
Right.
build the country. We build construction, right?
Mhm.
Men still do all the hard labor in this country.
Fair enough.
They can't cancel all of us because then who would go out there and do shit?
True.
It's only because a few of us are cowards and afraid that they allowed this to happen.
Right.
And so my whole thing is, I have a platform. The people on my platform, I've established that I'm someone who has no negative feelings about anybody, man, woman, race, creed, color. I'm accepting of everybody. That's my
Right.
brand, is that everybody's in this together.
Yes, sir.
So I've been afforded this platform to speak to people in an honest way. And I still get, people upset with me when I say things like, hey guys, ask the girl about her dad. If she don't have a dad that she respected, she probably ain't gonna respect you. She doesn't even know how to do it.
Fair enough.
So I still get women like, oh my God, are you saying because I don't have, I'm like, yo, but I'm not saying, I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to the men of my audience.
Yeah, fair
right?
enough.
I still have to deal with that. But to
Yeah.
me, by me standing up and being like, hey, listen, I'm not afraid. We're going to have these conversations. It helps other people say the same thing.
Right.
Right? And that's what it takes.
For sure.
Men don't need a movement. Right now, we got a bunch of men here having a conversation,
Yes, sir.
sharing our ideas. And I think this podcast, I think that's what Joe Rogan showed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Is two men can sit here and just share ideas, and it's not going to hurt nobody.
Right.
It's just going to inspire all of us to do the same thing.
For sure.
And be so open.
He's so
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan has a lot to lose.
Yeah.
He's got a career in UFC. He's got a lot to lose, but he risks it because he wants people to keep having conversations. Dave Chappelle has a lot to lose.
Yeah.
He don't have to keep making these jokes for us,
Yeah.
but he
But
does
he
it
does.
because he believes in something, right?
Yeah.
And we gotta. They've given us the blueprint.
For sure.
They've given us the blueprint. You can't cancel all of us.
Right. Yeah, that's one thing that I do love about Joe. I know we keep going back and forth with Joe, but he comes from such a, like, I don't know shit. So I'm just trying to learn. And I feel like everybody needs to be in that space. Once you get in that mentality where it's like, all right, who don't think I'm hard, right? That mentality. That
You think I'm
curses
wrong,
you.
motherfucker? Yeah.
That curses you more than it does bless you.
Man, I actually got it, Jet, but I want to finish on this because you said something good. I have a phrase that anybody that's listening to this, I'd like you to take with them.
For sure.
In this game, you only lose when you win.
Right.
When you win, you lose.
Right.
Right? I tell my girl that all the time. Hey, do you want to win this argument that badly? Because you're going to lose my trust in you. Right? Is it worth winning this argument?
Right.
Right? And I think Joe Rogan shows that he's willing to stand up and say, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm not here to win. You notice he never argues or tries to beat his opponent. Even if they disagree, he's like, hey, I don't see it that way. This is how I see it.
Right.
But he's never trying to win some argument.
For sure.
He would rather lose and learn something.
For sure.
You know, the reason he gets such good interviews, and the reason why you guys get such good interviews is because you're willing to be like, oh shit, I didn't know that about that, right?
Right.
He takes a
Right.
genuine interest in the things he doesn't know.
Of course.
And I think it's beautiful, man. So
Same.
you only win when you lose. And I think he's proven that.
Man, that's a beautiful way to see it. I didn't really think of it that way, for sure.
Yeah, every time you like, think about this. If you always, I know men are guilty of this. We are. We always try to win. We've been trained to win.
Yeah,
So your girl tries
competitive.
to win an argument, and your competitiveness raises up. And
For
then
sure.
I tell guys, okay, listen, if you always win, what's going to happen to her? You're going to start dating a loser.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah.
date someone who always loses.
Yeah.
Do you want to date a loser? No.
Right.
Then quit making her lose all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just let her win. It don't hurt nobody but you,
Mm-hmm.
right? It, like when she wins, now you're dating a winner. You're dating somebody who
Yeah.
feels like they're a winner.
For sure. And I feel like that's anybody close in your circle, bro. You have to keep lifting them up.
Have to keep lifting
Because
them up.
at the end of the day, you want to be lifted yourselves and you want to be celebrated
Yep.
with your accomplishments. Then you got to same and reflect that same energy with
Yep.
everyone else.
100%. If you start winning, and then it pushes him to start winning,
Yeah,
then he starts winning and it pushes you, and it's a back and forth thing.
for sure.
And it's beautiful, man.
For sure.
It's beautiful.
Hey, man, speaking of which, I know you got a big following, brother, but you got to come and check out my brother's gym, man. He's brown belt in jiu-jitsu, Altos Jiu-Jitsu on the southwest side. Dope ass spot. Have great professors over there, but they need some help, man.
I'll come through. You know I'll come
Come
bro.
through and check out his gym, man.
Yeah,
It's
for
beautiful.
sure.
And we'll give you a lesson in rolling. My brother does jiu-jitsu.
Man, then I got to deal with these rollins first.
Nah,
No.
no worries.
I would love to. No, seriously. When we get off this, matter of fact, we'll do a China Mama thing, and we'll actually set up a date to come do a film and come do a shoot.
Let's
and all
do
that.
it.
That would be awesome.
Let's
Yeah.
do it, man, for
That would
sure,
be
bro.
awesome.
I genuinely appreciate it. How much time do I have you for?
We way over the time.
Are we? For
Oh
sure.
yeah, my girl already.
For sure. No worries, man. Hey, brother, I definitely would love to have you back on this podcast. You already
Yeah.
know it's always vibes when we be chopping it up, and we can go forever.
100%.
Thank you so much for canceling
100%.
your plans and coming through and supporting
Yeah,
me and
thank
my
you.
brother, bro. Like, it's genuinely appreciated, man.
All love
it,
every
bro.
time. Make sure when you post a video, you send them away something so that I can re-tag you guys
For sure.
and send people this way, right?
For
'Cause
sure.
It always helps people want to listen to the podcast.
Of course.
And catch up.
I thank you again, brother.
Thank
Please
you.
let the people at home know, where can they find you on all social media?
Brandon from Vegas on everything: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Realtor.com, Zillow, my own website coming soon. Brandon from Vegas.
Let's go.
Like, if you type in Brandon from Vegas, you will find everything about me. It's the easiest thing in the world.
And my man has his own cookie. So if you come down to Vegas, man, come through. Come check out Brandon from Vegas, man. Go check out his pages. I promise you, you will not miss. Everything bangs on his page, man.
That's the proudest moment of my life, getting my face on a cookie, bro. I said, Mama, I made it.
I appreciate y'all tuning in. Catch us all on. Please like, subscribe, share. Man, if you... Come on, dog. I know you mess with me, bro. Share this mug. Share this mug out of the love for us, my love for my brother here, and help us climb, man. We appreciate y'all for the support, and we'll see you next time on the block.
Peace.
Okay.
We out.